In 2004, a 9-year-old girl from Huelva in the south of Spain called Maria Isabel won Spain's first and so far only Junior Eurovision Song Contest with Antes muerta que sencilla. 20 years later, Junior Eurovision has finally arrived in Spain, ending a 55-year wait for a Eurovision event to be held in this country. And it's right here in the venue behind me, La Caja Mágica, where 17 entrants from all over Europe will bloom on stage. Bienvenidos a Eurovision Junior 2024. Bienvenidos a Madrid. If you don't recognize the building that I'm standing in front of now, well, there's a chance that you haven't been here yet. If you haven't been here, this is Sala La Riviera, a concert hall here in Madrid and the host venue of the Eurovision Spain pre-party. And if you're looking to go to the Eurovision Spain pre-party, it is on from the 17th to 19th of April, and tickets are on sale now, so get them while you still can. And of course, Eurovoix will also be here talking to the class of Eurovision 2025. If you look up on Google Maps what this place I'm standing in is called, you might get the name Plaza de Isabel II. But if you ask any of the locals, they're more likely to tell you that it's called Plaza de la Ópera, and it's because of this building behind me, El Teatro Real, the Royal Theatre. Apart from being a place where you can go enjoy classical music and opera, this place has a very important role in Eurovision history, as it was here that the 1969 contest was held. The contest that had not one, not two, but 4 winners. Spain, France, the United Kingdom and the Netherlands all won the contest that year due to there being no tiebreak rule, and all 4 of them finished in first place. Thankfully for Junior Eurovision 2024, we do have tiebreak rules in place, so we will only have 1 winner. At least we hope so. In the middle of Madrid, you can find one of not just Madrid's, but Spain's finest architectural and cultural jewels, La Plaza Mayor, or the town square. This square dates back to the 15th century, even though it wasn't constructed until the 17th century. And in the middle of the square, you can find a statue of King Felipe III, under whose reign this place started its construction in 1617. But there's also a Eurovision fact related to this place. Back in 2022, Sam Ryder, who represented the United Kingdom that year, came to this place in particular to do a special free concert while he was here during the Eurovision Spain pre-party. So yes, the ancient and the modern worlds collide right here in Plaza Mayor. Another very important place in the centre of Madrid is right here at the Puerta del Sol, or the Gate of the Sun. Here you can find a few things, including Kilómetro Cero, the point from which all roads are measured in Spain, and this statue right behind me, El Oso y el Madroño, the bear and the strawberry tree. This symbol is on the coat of arms of Madrid, and it dates back to the 12th century. The choice of the strawberry tree is said to be from the control of timber that the city had, and also the abundance of the strawberry tree within the Madrid region. Behind me is another very famous building here in Madrid, El Palacio de Cibeles. Once used as the main post and telecommunications office here in Madrid, since 2007 it has been taken over by the city of Madrid as their offices. But it doesn't mean you can't visit anyway. If you go up to the top, you can get a spectacular view of the entire city, so well worth a visit. And there it is, watching time go by, La Puerta de Alcalá. In 1985, Ana Belén and Victor Manuel immortalized this monument in the song of the same name. But this monument dates back to much earlier than that, to 1787 to be precise. This used to be part of the city walls that surrounded Madrid during King Felipe IV's reign, but were torn down when the city walls were no longer needed. In more modern times, it has been used for many events, including performances during the MTV Europe Music Awards in 2011, which took place at the Caja Mágica, which of course is where we'll be seeing Junior Eurovision on Saturday. If you are looking for an art fix here in Madrid, then look no further than the Museo Nacional del Prado. Opened in 1819, it features a collection that was based on the royal family's art collection and houses art from the 12th century to the early 20th century. The most featured artist in this building is Francisco Goya, who is one of Spain's most famous painters of all time. And although you might not believe it, there is a Eurovision connection with this place too. In 2023, Blanca Paloma shot some promotional photos right in there, and it kind of makes sense if you know Blanca Paloma. But she didn't just choose this place for anything. This is one of the largest and most visited museums, not just in Spain, but in the entire world. So if you are coming here, make sure to book really in advance because there's always going to be crowds here. We've talked a lot about royal things here in Madrid, but they don't come much more royal than this. This is the Palacio Real, the royal palace. And contrary to popular belief, Nebulosa do not live here, nor do the current royal family, the king, Felipe VI, and his queen consort Letizia and their children. In fact, nobody lives here at all. This palace is used mainly for special events and ceremonies, such as state visits, royal ceremonies, coronations, other important ceremonies in the royal family. And as you can see, it always attracts a bit of a crowd here. Right next to the Santiago Bernabéu Stadium is a building that does not have history with Eurovision, but with a different contest altogether. In this building, El Palacio de Congresos de Madrid, the very first edition of the OTI Festival was held in 1972. OTI Festival was a festival that was held between the member broadcasters of OTI, Organización de Televisiones Iberoamericanos, or in other words, Spanish and Portuguese speaking broadcasters from around the world. The contest was held between 1972 and 2000 and is the most successful spin-off of the Eurovision Song Contest to date. And cool fact, there are actually a few OTI and Eurovision crossovers, the most notable of which being Dave Benton, who represented the Netherlands Antilles and then went on to move to Estonia and represent Estonia in Eurovision 2001 and win the whole thing. A building that quite literally pokes out of the Madrid skyline is this one behind me, Torre España. Torre España was built in 1982 by RTVE, the Spanish national broadcaster and the host broadcaster of Junior Eurovision 2024, in order to cope with the broadcasting demands needed by the FIFA World Cup 1982, which was being held in Spain. Since then, it has been mostly owned by RTVE, but has since been sold to another group. But RTVE still uses this place as the headquarters for its news department. And though you might not be familiar with the outside of this building, you're probably very familiar with the inside of it. That's because if you have watched a press conference regarding Benidorm Fest, Eurovision, or even Junior Eurovision, there's a very good chance that it took place right here. We have shown you quite a lot of places around Madrid, but that is only scratching the surface. After all, Madrid is the third largest city in all of Europe, so we say, come and discover it for yourself. So thank you for watching this video of our guide to Madrid, and most importantly, don't forget to tune in to the Junior Eurovision Song Contest 2024 live from the Caja Mágica in Madrid on the 16th of November. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, follow us on all social media, and look out on your favourite podcast website for a very special Junior Eurovision themed episode of the Eurovoix podcast. Pero eso es todo por el momento y hasta la próxima. Adiós.